just north of the, or just west of this gate, block the road at the bottom, have a couple of guys with long sticks to help guide the sheep, and then get some sheepdogs to round up the sheep and just transfer them. Confirm 142 left to move. Yay! That means this will put 108 in that lower field. We're getting along. Not exactly the best job, but because there is no way, I don't think I could make any of these work. This would take 38 sheep. See, something like that, and that goes on something. You can get 20 pieces of sheep in it. There's a Roland animal trailer, it takes 10. But these things, oh, they're the truck bodies. So these, yeah, you can, yeah, I could buy one of those. I could stick one of the animal transporters on the back and actually move. How many sheep do you get to move on that one? The long one you can move 28, the shorter one 20. So I could move 28 sheep at a time, which is definitely more than this trailer's moving. You could just drive up and down the road, forward and in reverse. And it's sort of a thing, well, maybe I could look at something like that, except, well, unfortunately, that's a piece of equipment that I can't really afford to justify the expense on now. If that truck body is capable of more, then that suddenly becomes a possibility. Take a look at that truck. So XL, I only need this one. It's only 90,000. Wheel setup, wheel brand, interior colour, don't care. What's more important? Additional parts in colour, tail light, roof rack, extra parts, ambient lighting. Extra parts. Warning sign, side mirror. Okay. Whatever. Side marker. Okay. Beacon. Mud flaps and beacon. See, the thing is I can't put a semi-hitch back here. That's the biggest thing I'm looking at. And without something there, I can't use it as a semi-truck. Ambient lighting, roof rack bar, tail light, additional parts in colour, global positioning, roof bar, interior colour. So there's no semi thing on the back. But that said, it is it's a multi-use vehicle, so something like the AR frame thing. So that's a 16,000 litre, that's a 10,000 litre. That's what we've got now is 20,000. Oh, there's transport bales and swap body. Ooh, I see. Construction, version 5, version 4, version 3, version 2, version 1. But it doesn't tell me what I can put in there. So that doesn't appear to be a tipper. Swap body for square bale says auto load. XXL. Ah, there you go. 24,500. The XXL 43,000. Also comes with a tank, which you can. How can you put grain in that? Well, I don't know. So that's, yeah, that truck has potential, but it's not everything I want. I seem to have some sheep in here, so I should take them down to the bottom. So, I mean, the biggest hauler I've got at the moment is the semi-trailer, and I can't use the semi-trailer with that truck. So it's questionable whether I want to. The truck I have at the moment, I can use the frames on the back, and I can use it as a semi-truck. So that is, and it's a cheap truck because it's old. Now, if I was, you know, I could consider getting that big truck, but I've got to be able to justify it for more than just moving sheep around. Now, going forward, we're gonna get to a point where we're selling 750 sheep a year, and I'm going to want a big sheep mover to do that. 118, yeah. So that's 118 sheep left to move, yay. And we'll be doing this the other way, or in the other direction, when the tiny sheep come. Somewhere here, there is, yes, the gate that I can crash into. $132, woohoo, with a oi, oi, oi. And then all I'm worried about later is, am I going to buy another field somewhere? It's a little bit bouncy going down here. Now I don't want to bring the food down yet, because obviously it will only fill up the trough to 2 days worth of food, and we've only moved just over half of our sheep, and so if I try to fill it up, it will only be half full when I finish the transfer. So we've got water in there which will stave off death. Health is going to start suffering because there's no food available, but we can figure that out. I could probably take down the sugar beet box, because that's probably sufficient for all the sheep we're moving. 94? 94 indeed, okay. It's going to be a couple of trips with the telehandler to stock up all of the food here. Of course, the clover silage is going to be the longest trip. Maybe what I'll do is I think the Ivor Williams trailer does hitch to the telehandler. We could load that up with all the bales that I want to bring down, and just make one journey. Anyway, 9482 is the next batch of 12. So the end is in sight. I mean, the other alternative is just to hitch the Ivor Williams on the back of the JCB and have that crash into the fence post. Come on, turn, yay. $168. Oh yeah. Still got a couple more. Now that smallest of the trucks is only 90,000, so that's possibly not a bad price. I mean, that's cheap compared with most of our vehicles. Possibly the Valtra G and the telehandler are within that sort of price range, but most of our tractors are 150 or over. I think we've got at least two that are 300. 70. Oh, I did think, well, it's not our field that disappeared the snow. So purchasing a field doesn't make the snow going away. Doing a contract on a field does. Although I think if you sprayed fertilizer on a field covered in snow, you would probably melt the snow. Go with the Spitfires again. I will be so happy when this particular task is done. Left. Now, I think in order to calculate what we need to move down to that other field, I will look at the food levels in the two fields that have sheep and food in. Because as my usual, my concern on clover silage is that it will disappear. And I still have not found a wagon that will take that and not have it disappear on me. Now I could probably get a very small tipper, but then I have to cut the bale open. Now you can do that with, I think, Global Company. I'm not running Global Company on this game save at the moment. I could do. I was thinking about doing it with the potatoes and doing potato washing and sorting, but oh my goodness, is that a laborious task. So I decided against that. We're just going to sell basic potatoes and be happy with that. So that was 58 in here. Yep. 46 is the next count. $204 in place, yay, and we've just wrapped the trailer around the fence post, gate post. There we go. And spin it around. Of course, after doing all of this, it's at that point we find, oh darn, all the baby sheep have died. So we're only going to get babies out of the 250 in field 6. That would be tragic. And it would delay our sheep maximum until the end of next year. Well, it's the end of next year anyway. 46, 34. Oh, no. Let's go forwards. But, 34, so 3 more trips. 2 full loads and 10. Oops, too many. 216. 34 to go. Doing donuts with the camel trailer. Good fun. Well, apart from a couple of follow me mishaps, we really haven't had much in the way of complete disaster whilst driving on the roads, in spite of the snow. Okay, 22. 2. Come on. hill at 40 miles an hour with sheep bouncing around on the back. Brake. Oh, mistimed it. Oh, now that is kind of a disaster. I have wedged myself in there. Good job. Oh, I have really messed this up, haven't I? And there we go. Okay, we are out of that marginal predicament. Not quite as bad as we rolled, what was it, the Valtra G last week. And that was a total disaster. I did somehow manage to get that righted. Was it the Valtra? No, it was the Land Rover. And I was very surprised I managed to get that righted. Come on. Okay. This is not wanting to go. It's because we're exceeding the ability of that hitch to turn. And there we go. We are finally in through that gap. Good grief. Confirm. I think there's a mod that allows me to use the mouse wheel to load and unload. I might even have it running. I'm just hammering the mouse button until it loads things. And there we go. Something like that. Key. And confirm, and we have 10 sheep left. Magic. And I will put the sheep trailer back where it needs to be because we're kind of done with it for now. And then, well, we're going to be moving baby sheep, but I'm not too worried about getting all that done every time a sheep spawn. I'm more inclined to just every couple of days move some sheep. But when it comes to selling the sheep, there is again 3 days around the peak sheep prices where we will be moving all of the male sheep off to market, and we'll be keeping all of the female sheep this year. Now this top field will have baby sheep in it, so they will not breed next winter. So that still gives me capacity in this top field for the 250 in each of the 2 bottom fields we have to breed. It won't be all of the sheep transferred. We'll have to keep some of the younger ones, or we'll do a 2-way swap, and we'll bring the 1 year old sheep down to the lower fields as we move younger sheep to the upper field. Okay, this should be our 250. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom, 250. Yes, we have transferred the sheep. The sheep have been transferred. So I'll take this back up to the farm. Because sometimes, I'll look at this and say this trailer is actually a good trailer for transporting lots of bales manually. We've got the auto load flatbed, which I can put on the truck. Where did I park the truck? The truck is in its shed with the skip attached. Careful. We've got the Ivor Williams, so that'll work fine. All right, let's put this over here. This back into that shed. Nice. Yeah, we'll call that good. Okay, so sheep that have, those sheep are clean and have a tiny amount of water. This is bramblewood. Clover silage, 1 full bale. I can probably move 2. If any's left over, we can put it in bramblewood. Clover hay, I want 1 bale. Sugar beets, I want 1 crate. And that's all that's going to manage. So 1 bale of clover hay, 2 bales of clover silage, and a crate of sugar beets. Let's go fetch the Ivor Williams. We'll get that loaded. Too much turning. And alrighty. So I'll nip down to the bottom, we'll grab the clover silage first. I know I parked the telehandler in the bale shed at the top there, but we can cheat. Not that one. F11, that,